Hello and welcome. In this session we'll explore some of the more commonly used functions in the Xform menu. Now the first function we're going to check out is rotate. So I'm going to move into Xform and then select Xform, rotate. Now we're prompted to select entities to rotate. What I'd like to do is select all the entities that make up this slot. So I'm going to hold the Shift key down on my keyboard. I'm going to pick this arc, and then as you can see it successfully chains all the entities in this slot. Now to move on to the next stage, I'm going to move up to the right side of the screen and click on the icon for End Selection. Now on the left the Rotate dialog box appears, and starting at the top, Copy is activated, so I'm going to keep my original geometry. Now over on the left the number of items is set to 1. I'm going to change that to 2. Now down below for the angle, what I'm going to do is input 360 divided by 3, which is 120, and there's a preview of our two new slots. Look good. So we're done here. Over on the left I'm going to click on the OK button. Now before we move on, I'm going to click on Clear Colors and then just slide over to the left and do an undo. Now the next thing that we're going to check out is mirror, and what I'm going to do is mirror this slot about the x-axis. So into Xform, third one down, Xform, mirror. Now on the graphics screen I'm prompted to mirror. Select entities to mirror. I'm going to hold the Shift key down on my keyboard. I'm going to pick this arc, and once again everything in the slot is successfully chained. To move on to the next step, over up on the right, I'm going to click on End Selection. Now on the left the mirror dialog box opens up, and at the top Copy is activated, so we're going to keep the original geometry, and I'd like to mirror about the x-axis, so I'm going to activate mirror about x-axis, and there's our preview of our new slot. Looks good. Going to click on OK. Now before we move on, I'm going to do a Clear Colors and then slide over and do an undo. Now next up we're going to check out Scale. I'm going to move into Xform and select Scale. We're first prompted to scale. Select entities to scale. So I want to scale the slot down. I'm going to hold the Shift key down, pick the arc, and everything's successfully chained. To move on to the next stage, over on the right, End Selection. Now at the top we've got Move activated, so I'm going to leave it as is. That's exactly what I want. And just over on the right I'm going to click on Define Scaling Reference Point. So I'm going to pick on this icon, and then I'm prompted to select the point to scale about, and what I'm going to do is pick the midpoint of this arc. There's the visual cue for midpoint, so I'm going to pick it. Now back in the scaling dialog box, the factor, I'm going to change that to 0.5 and hit enter. We're done. Going to click OK. So there's our slot, half scale. I'm going to move up, click on Clear Colors, and then do an undo. Next up we're going to check out Translate. So Xform, and right at the very top, Xform, Translate. Translate, select entities to translate is our prompt. So Shift on my keyboard, going to hold that down, pick this arc, and everything's chained. Looks good. On to the next step, over on the right, End Selection. Now starting at the top, Copy is activated, going to keep that as is. Number of items is set to 1. Now moving on down below into the polar section, for the angle I'm going to set that at -90, and down below for the length I'm going to set that to 2 and then hit enter, and there's a preview of our new slot. Looks good. We're done here. Going to click on OK. Once again up on the right, Clear Colors, then slide over to the left and do an undo. Now the next thing that we're going to check out is Offset. So Xform, Xform, Offset. Now over on the left in the Offset dialog box, starting at the top, Copy is activated, keep original geometry. I'm going to leave that as is, and for the distance I'm going to change that to 0.25. Now, over on the graphics screen, we're prompted to select the line, arc, spline, or curve to offset. So what I'm going to do is pick this arc, and then the prompt changes indicate the offset direction. I'm just going to pick a point above. Now, back to this prompt, select the line, arc, spline, or curve to offset. This time, I'm going to pick this arc, and for the offset direction, pick a point just below. Now, moving over to the right, I'm going to pick this small arc. For the offset, I'm going to pick a point to the right. Now, over to the left, I'm going to pick this small arc, and for the offset, just move over to the left. So we're done. I'm going to pick OK. Clear colours up at the top right, slide over, and do a bunch of undos. Done. Now, let's go back into Xform again, and this time let's check out Xform Offset Contour. Now, on the left is the chaining dialog box with chain set, and on the graphics screen a prompt offset, select chain 1. So what I'm going to do is just pick this arc, everything's chained, looks good. To move on to the next step, I'm going to pick OK. Now we've got a warning and it says offset of contour has failed, check the offset distance. So I'm going to click on OK. We can sort this out. Now, over on the left, in the distance, it's set at 0.25. I'm going to change it to 0.25 and then hit enter. And once again, we have a warning. Offset of contour has failed. Check the offset distance. Well, we can figure this out. I'm going to pick OK. And then over on the left, I'm going to change the direction. I'm going to flip the offset direction. And let's see if it works. So I'm going to click on it. And it works. Looks good. We're done. Going to click on OK. I'm going to move on up to the right, clear colours, and undo. Let's go back into Xform, and then right down the bottom here, let's check out Xform Drag. Now, select entities to drag. What I'm going to do is hold the Shift key down, as we've done before, pick this arc, everything's successfully chained. To move on, hit the end selection. Now up on the ribbon bar, I've got move activated, so that's good. At present, rotate is activated, so I'm going to change that and click on translate. Now, let's sort out this prompt on the screen. So the prompt, select the starting point. So what I'm going to do is pick the center of this arc, and for the destination point I'm going to pick the origin. Looks good. Next up, I'm going to move up to the ribbon bar. I'm going to click on rotate. Select the starting point. I'm going to pick the origin or the center. They're both the same. And then for the angle, I'm going to pick this intersection, this end point up here. And that's it. We're done. And that's Xform Drag. Going to pick OK. Now that completes this video on Xform. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.